This is a message for someone who falls into overthinking. When things feel too big, you've got all this wisdom under your belt. You've got all of this knowledge that you've acquired and accumulated. And some things just feel like you can't grasp them. And because you can't grasp it, it kind of just unravels, or it falls through your fingertips like sand. Part of this message is about allowing things to remain a mystery. The other part of it is about grounding yourself. So we're in touch with, the fact that there are mysteries in this earth plane, in the universe, in our experience of life on earth, right? There are some things that she gives us, meaning the earth, that we are not meant to understand. We are not capable of understanding it. It's not our job. We don't need to, But because we're in touch with it, it can make you go a little nuts, right? And so there's this questioning that kind of comes in of like, what even is real? What am I supposed to be doing here? How do I pay attention to the mundane? How do I keep a routine? How do I maintain relationships when this is in front of me, the golden rose, which like this is just the mystery of life. This is what it is, and it's right in your hands, and you're like, oh, like what do I do with this? And it's precious, and it's confusing, and it's sacred, and it's intangible. It's intangible, but somehow it's in your hands, right? We've got Mystical Sister here. Oh, wow. And the Alchemical Wedding with the Androgyne. Those two cards are connected. The Alchemical Wedding and the Androgyne are both about the divine hermaphrodite. Unification of yin and yang, if you will, right? Unification of the masculine and the feminine, marriage of parts. It's okay to let some things just be a mystery. I've been getting this message for a little while now. It's okay to let some things be a mystery and let that mystery feel like flirting, like the universe is flirting with you, right? I'd encourage you to think about it that way. If you kind of feel like you're spinning out or skidding out with all of this information that you've acquired, the way that you access this wise salt and like let it fully integrate into your body, the way that you make that happen is by setting down your need to fully understand and articulate whatever it is that the universe is handing to you that you are not supposed to understand. You're just supposed to sit with it, You're just supposed to receive it. You're not meant to intellectualize it. If anything, you're meant to feel it, right? And then maybe you can try to articulate what the feeling is, but that can only be done after you make yourself available to feel it. Do you see what I'm saying? Like there's a step that you're skipping here. If you've been given a task by the God of your understanding, or if you've been given a gift, a blessing, a lesson, a fruit, right, by the God of your understanding, something has been gifted to you, a problem, which is still a blessing. And you're spending all of this time trying to, untangle it. Well, maybe it wasn't meant to be untangled. Is it not perfect the way that it is? And this isn't the case for everyone, right? Sometimes God gives us things that we are meant to kind of pick apart and prod at and poke at, but, in order to fully understand, to investigate, right? But in this situation, the person I'm speaking to, you don't have to investigate any further. You're not going to understand. You're just going to make yourself nuts. Okay. You're just going to make yourself nuts. You're not going to, but I think that the need to understand satisfies something in you that feels like a parental wound. If I can understand this, then maybe the universe will be happy with me. Maybe you're still looking at spirituality through a very colonized lens that says that you have to please God. Which yes, you do in some ways have to work to please the gods, right? Sometimes we do have to make offerings. We do have to provide a service to the gods, but not in the way that this is appearing here. This isn't a selfless act of service to the gods. This is a feeling of, I need to prove my worth to God, right? I feel like what is happening right now is kind of a shedding of a set of needs so that you can be more at peace and thus more intentional. This will ripple out into your work going forward. This is not going to fit for everyone. Please do not make it fit. Okay. The Knight of Cups. Service. Offerings, giving and receiving. God, my nose is like leaking. Sorry, guys. The Five of Swords. In a spiritual context, this is really concerning because it's like, I'm better. My third eye is way more open than hers. My connection with God is so much stronger. My clairaudience is on point. Like, that's, this might not be you. This might be something that you're receiving, or just something that is active in you. You know what I mean? That you just need to be aware of. And I actually love this. Okay, so I'll tell you why I love this, because the Seven of Pentacles popping out with the Star, the Six of Cups. Wow. So maybe this was a former version of you, but you're receiving a download, you're receiving an upgrade that is causing you to release, wow, autumn and winter right on top of each other. You're releasing that competitive spirit right now. This is a step into confidence, right? So this message applies to people because this is feeling very woo. So maybe you're a practitioner of some kind. Maybe you're an oracle in your own right. Maybe you act as an oracle for your family or a medicine keeper for your family, or your community, right? Whatever you are, whatever you're doing. This could also be applied just for a regular person who is receiving a confidence upgrade, right? There's some part of your spirit that in the past needed to prove itself, and needed to get that like pat on the head, good job, you know, and that meant the world to them, right? That meant to the world, to this former version of you, okay? Come to the front of the class, daddy issues, yes ma'am, okay? We don't need the daddy issues. Sabrina Carpenter in the background. That version of you is, I guess, receiving like a boatload of healing right now, you know? So it's cool for you to be like, let's say that you are a practitioner or like a super esoteric person. Like, it's cool for you to like be super esoteric and like talk in riddles and all of this stuff. You can still have that, babe. You can have that. The thing that's getting kind of peeled back here is your need to fully understand everything that you are given by your God, right? By your gods, the God of your understanding, etc. Like, you don't need to fully understand every single little thing. You just need to be with it. And that's going to make, Eight of Cups. Be with it, sit with it, commune with it. Ace of Swords, and then you can articulate something from it, right? Then you can create something from it. You may have been feeling really blocked up and like pent up before receiving this message. I feel like this message is going to come to someone when there's a release that's already been taking place, right? This is really affecting the lower chakras. Not even, I mean, like, I feel like you would think that there's emphasis on the throat chakra in this reading. There's not. This is more about your ability to stay grounded with what is just ethereal, right? What is untangible cannot be caged, right? And you're not necessarily trying to cage it, at least not intentionally. Maybe attempting to articulate it and fully pick it apart and understanding it is kind of caging it in a way, okay? There's a couple of things that come to mind with that. Again, I mentioned our colonized God. You don't need to do all of that. You can sit with it and be, because it is a reflection of you. It's a reflection of you.